Hello, everyone. I hope and pray that you're doing well. I want to wish you God's best as we move into a new year. And I'm just thinking about returning to routines. And many of you are returning to certain routines after a Christmas break, which in many ways may be a good thing. I'm pretty sure that having dessert after every meal, breakfast, lunch, and supper, I'm pretty sure that's not a sustainable routine for me moving all the way into the new year. Some of you have returned rather shockingly to a routine where your alarm wakes you up in the morning. And others have returned to certain mealtime routines or bedtime routines or routines, just around work and chores and the like. Some of you have talked about establishing or reestablishing devotional routines as you move into the new year. I was reminded this past week that God works and I work in the midst of these routines. And there's this neat little quote by Mother Teresa. She said, "Be faithful in small things because it is in them that your strength lies." Be faithful in small things. And I just think that perspective on routines is important. The routine of every God-created day isn't boring, that routine, right? It's divine intervention. And so too is the routine of your work and your rest, right? They are ripe with holiness, right? Elizabeth Barrett Browning famously wrote, "Earth's crammed with heaven, and every common bush afire with God, but only he who sees takes off his shoes. The rest sit round it and pluck blackberries." And here I am in my office, and behind me is a bulletin board with a whole smattering of things, from a fake $1,000 bill to Mark Crawford's rookie card that I received when I became a rookie pastor from a friend. And here, kind of underneath the I love the CRC and I love my church buttons, is a little quote from Frederick Buechner that I return to often. And I return to it now because it comes up at the beginning of every year in a devotional of his entitled to "Listening to Your Life." This is the quote: "Listen to your life. All moments are key moments. I discovered that if you really keep your eyes peeled to it and your ears open, if you really pay attention to it, even such a limited and limiting life as the one I spent living on Rupert Mountain open up onto extraordinary vistas. Taking your children to school and kissing your wife goodbye, eating lunch with a friend, trying to do a decent day's work, hearing the rain patter against the window. There is no event so commonplace but that God is present within it, always hiddenly, always leaving room to recognize him or not to recognize him, but all the more fascinatingly because of that, all the more compellingly and hauntingly. If I were called upon to state in a few words the essence of everything I was trying to say, both as a novelist and as a preacher, it would be something like this: listen to your life. See it for the fathomless mystery that it is, in the boredom and pain of it, no less than in the excitement and gladness. Touch, taste, smell your way to the holy and hidden heart of it, because in the last analysis, all moments are key moments, and life itself is grace." And so just in connection with that, as you move into the routines of this day, this week, this year, I've really appreciated this book called Every Moment Holy. I've referred to it a number of times. And I hope that I am reminded each day this year, in the midst of every routine moment, that God's holiness is present and prevalent for all those who have eyes to see. The peace of Christ be with you all.